Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Welcome to my show. I couldn't be more thrilled to have in studio Corey Metz. He is the CEO and founder of Metz Insurance Financial. Welcome to the show.
How are you, Jeff? Good to see you today.
Good. Well, it's been kind of crazy in the market, and you're not trembling. You're calm, cool, and collected. You work with high net worth individuals, and you give them sound financial advice.
Well, actually, I'm really in the life insurance space. I don't manage any money for our clients. We really work purely with life insurance and the different applications that go with that, which is, business succession planning, exit strategies for the owners of the companies, estate tax, charitable planning. So
And
we don't really manage the money. So in the market, I'm actually feeling okay today, although I am losing a lot of my own money that I trade for my own stocks. So.
Well, a lot of people, when you talk about life insurance, they're like, oh, I don't even want to think about life insurance. But it's so critical, isn't it?
I've been doing this for 24 years now, and I worked really hard in the beginning, and life insurance is really not that hard to sell because everyone really does need it. And really it's just about educating them where it fits in their asset allocation. And that's kind of the new thing in the last 10 years is using it as an asset class. But most people really do believe in life insurance because they have kids and they have families. So I've been lucky that it doesn't seem like it's that hard of a product to sell as it used to be when I was younger. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm a little wiser, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to brag on Corey. He has achieved some of the highest things in his industry. The $1 Million Roundtable. We've got some actual pictures of you speaking at the $1 Million Roundtable and some other groups. Tell us about the $1 Million Roundtable first.
That was 2013. That was maybe perhaps my first pinnacle in my career. I was able to speak at a focus session. The $1 Million Roundtable is the organization, the worldwide organization, and I have been going to the meetings since I started in 1998 when I first made my first MDRT, and I spoke in a focus session, which was really great. There was a lot of applications, a lot of competition, and I spoke in front of 800 people. Probably 80 countries were in the room, and the best part of it was afterwards, a lot of the Asian people, which is a large percentage of the people that come, they all want to take your picture. So you literally think you're famous for like 5 minutes. And it's kind of a joke in the industry, but they love taking your pictures, so it's kind of fun.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous in front of a big crowd?
Actually, I don't that much. You were asking me on the way in, and I hadn't thought back, but I've actually spoken many times in front of different New York Life Council meetings. I've been asked to come and talk. I spoke in front of 2,000 people in New Orleans, actually, gosh, it must have been 4 or 5 years ago now. I actually do like speaking in front of crowds. I haven't done it much, but as you know, I've done it a few times, and I don't get that nervous for some reason.
Wow.
I don't know.
I bet you're really good at what you do. I mean, not just the accolades you've gotten from the industry, but you're a straight up guy, a straight shooter. I imagine that you take the same approach that I do, that if you do right by the person, they're going to refer business to you.
100%. I feel I kind of work off the motto of, and I've always done this, and I try to instill this with my girls, which is challenging, as you know, with kids. But I work really hard, but I also play really hard. And yeah, I don't really worry about, I always try to connect people, like introduce people daily and weekly, connect people, and yeah, I do like to keep track of that because it's sort of important to know. You know, just the other day, I'll take a quick story that happened. I got an email from an attorney, and I had been told that he bought me a gift certificate for something, and I'm like, what in the world would he be buying a gift certificate for me? I could not crack my brain. Sure enough, he had hired 4 attorneys that were all large producers into his firm, which is a national firm, all because of my introduction. I didn't even remember.
Wow.
I literally did not remember. And so, yeah, I think that's an example of if you give, you need to give and you give. Well, the $250 gift certificate, he said, well, that was not what I should have been due, but it was a gesture that made that it was nice, and I didn't expect anything. Obviously, it was more funny than anything.
That's really cool, and I think that's a great practice. I think Zig Ziglar said that you can have anything you want if you help others get there what they want first.
Yeah, I really try to do that. You know, I've always told my clients, look, I'm in the insurance business. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to be making the $10 million, the $20 million, the $100 million. And I'm okay with that. I do fairly well. Business is great. I love working with people. And I work with a lot of high net worth, business owners, kind of like you do in our, entrepreneurial groups.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you just help people, and, it builds credibility, integrity, and trust. And I just feel fortunate that I've been doing this for so long, and it is all coming around. It really is.
What year did you get into the business?
I came in right out of, I had a finance degree at Tulane. I got in at 22 years old. 22. I've been in the same building for 24, 25 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like the old guy there now.
All right, what advice would you give to your 22-year-old self?
It's tough because I speak to a lot of the younger agents in one of our models, which New York Life is one of the companies that I have direct access to and have forever. And it's challenging because of technology changes, the way you communicate, the way you find people, the way they react to you. So that's a tough question. As far as the only advice I try to give these young guys or to myself is, I feel like I did most things right. I mean, there's always things you could have changed. I probably would have read more books, perhaps. I'm not quite sure what the advice is, except for you have to put the hours in. And I don't know that the young people do that as much as, say, our generation did. I'm not quite sure. And I'm worried about that for my kids as well.
Yeah. I think the advice I would give my younger self is enjoy the ride, because I tend to live in the future. I will be happy when. And I think the struggle in the early days of starting a business is really part of
enjoying
the journey.
It. Yeah. No, I agree with that. One thing they've always said in our business, in industry-wide, is it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I did live by that, and I look back and I'm like, okay, I'm hoping I'm only mid-career, and I'm 47. I'm not mind admitting that. You can look it up.
You're looking good.
But I appreciate that. But I feel like I have another 20 years of great work and ethics to bring to the table. So enjoy the marathon.
I love it. And on that note, we're gonna wrap it up. But we're gonna put your website up first. It's metzinsurance.com. And you can contact Corey, and he'll take good care of you. All right. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You bet. All right. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.